Some values of linear function f are shown in the table above. What is the value of f of 3? So if you look at here, they have given for x as 0, 2, 6. Based on that, asking you to predict what is the value of f of 3. As they clearly said, it is a linear function. For such, you need to find out the slope. First, create an equation for it. So which is in the form y equals to mx plus b, or we can say f of x equals to mx plus b. So what would be the b? B is the y-intercept. Directly I can say y-intercept is the point where the value of x is gonna be 0. So when x is gonna be 0, y value or f of x value is gonna be negative 2. So b value here it is gonna be negative 2. And again you can make use of these data to find out the slope. Assigning, let me take it as this was x1, y1 and this coordinate as x2, y2. And find out the slope of this one, m equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is gonna be 4 minus of minus 2 divided by x2, which is gonna be 2 minus 0. So that is 4 minus of minus 2 is gonna be 4 plus 2, that is 6 divided by 2, which is gonna be 3. So finally your equation becomes y equal to, which is same as f of x equals to 3x minus 2, because the value of b here it is gonna be minus 2. I am making use of this. So now we are asking us what is the value of f3. Now you can solve for it. Substitute x as 3 and you'll be getting it as f3 equals to 3 times 3 minus 2, which is 9 minus 2 gonna be 7. So b is the right answer to this question. In the xy plane, points -2, 3 and 4, minus 5 lie on the graph of which of the following linear functions. Again, they are asking you to find out the equation for which these points are lying on the graph of it. So what we gonna do? We need to find out the slope and the y-intercept. As they clearly said, it is a linear function. So linear function generally write it as y equals to, which can also be say f of x equals to mx plus b. Our concern is to solve m and b. So to find out the slope, we know slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So if I am assigning this pair of line as x1 y1, I mean this pair of points as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. Now substitute carefully, you will be getting it as m equals to y2, that is negative 5 minus y1 is gonna be 3 divided by x2 is gonna be 4 minus x1 value is gonna be negative 2. Substitute on the calculator, I can do it manually. Minus 5 minus 3 is gonna be minus 8 divided by 4, minus of minus 2 is gonna be plus 2, 4 plus 2 is gonna be 6, which can also be written as, after simplifying, it becomes minus 4 by 3. So that is the slope. Then the equation becomes f of x equal to minus 4 by 3x plus b. By referring to this, which option you can see? Look at to the options. A cannot be, like, where is minus 4 by 3? So we have this. Without finding the y-intercept, you can able to, like, go with the right choice, because this is the only option with the slope as minus 4 by 3. So makes sense with option C is the right answer to this question. If there are multiple options with the same like minus 4 by 3, then you have to substitute any of the pair of points in this equation and solve for b. If you do the same thing, definitely you're gonna get b as 1 by 3. But here no need, as we have only one option with the slope as negative 4 by 3. Now let's go with the question here. It says the function fx, which is equal to 55.20 minus 1.6x gives the estimated surface water temperature fx in degrees Celsius of the body of water on the xth day of the year, where x is between 220 to 360. Based on the module, what is the estimated surface water temperature in degrees Celsius of this body of water on 326th day of the year? It's very simple. I don't know why they say difficulty level is medium. It's a simple question. So we simply need to substitute x as 326 in this equation. That itself will get the answer. So f of 326, which is equal to 55.20 minus 0.16 times 326. While typing it on the Desmos, you just type this part, okay? Don't type it as f of 326. This is, I'm looking just an answer. So that gives us the value as 3.04. So if you type it carefully, you'll be getting 3.04. That makes sense with option B. A linear model estimates the population of a city from 1991 to 2015. The model estimates the population was 57,000 in 1991, 224,000 in 2011 and x thousands in 2015. To the nearest whole number, what is the value of x? If you are considering these are the data, it's basically you have to calculate what is the increment of population per year. It's basically the rate of increment of population per year. So if you consider x as the year and y as the population, in 1991 population was 57,000. In 2011 population was 224. Now in 2015 they are asking us population is x. As they clearly told us, it's a linear module. You have to find out the rate, which is slope and y-intercept, and based on that you can predict out what would be the value of x. So what we can do, so generally we write it as linear module is y equals to mx plus b, and you can find out the slope, which is the rate in this case, by considering the values of x and y. If you are considering this as x1, this value becomes y1. If you take it as x2, this becomes y2. With that one you can find out the rate, that is the increment of population per year, that is 224 minus 57, of course unit is in thousands, okay, we are not writing it, divided by 211 minus 1991. So type it in the Desmos and check what answer you gonna get. Type it as how much? 224 minus 224 or 220? Yes, 224 minus 57 minus 57 divided by 2011 minus 1991. That gives us the rate as 8.35. So 8.35. So that is the rate of increment of population per year. So now your equation will be moduled as y equals to 8.35x plus b. You can find out the value of b, or you can consider in 2011, if I am considering this as the initial value, this will be 224. Or if you are considering 1991 as the initial population of b, then you have to calculate how many number of years from 1991 to 2015, and you have to substitute there as x. Either way is fine. Okay, so in this case I need to find out what is the value of a population in 2015. Let's take out the reference points here. How many years from 2011 to 2015? How many years? That is number of years. In our case here we are considering x as number of years, okay. 2011 to 2015 will be 4 years. So how do we do? If you have any confusion, then you can do 2015 minus 2011, which gives me 4. And if I am considering 2011 as the initial value, which is the initial population at that time, so in that case the b value here, it is gonna be 224. So that is the initial population in the year 2011. If you are considering the value of x as 1991, so then you have to find out how many years from 1991 to 2015, and then initial value, that the b value in that case is gonna be 57. Either way works. So now I have to substitute b value as 224, because I am calculating increment from 2011 to 15, considering 2011 as the initial value for this, and we can solve for the y. In short, we have to solve for this value. So that is y equal to 8.35 times 4 plus 224. Put it in the Desmos, you'll be getting it as 8.35 times 4 plus 224. That gives us 257.4. So which is 257.4 thousands. As they said, nearest whole number. What is the nearest whole number to 257.4? So that is number of population here is going to be 257. So please don't get confused with the x what they have given and what I am using. I am using the x as a variable as per the equation. Okay, and they are telling you x number of values indirectly. We are solving x as a y here. So don't get confused, this x and this x, how it is happening and so on. Consider this is your unknown to this. We are asked us to find out as this value. So make sense with 257. Yeah, you can see this is the answer. And if you look at the explanation, they give us in the theoretical way and we need to have a lot of patience to read carefully and understand. Anyway, so this is how we're gonna solve this question. In the linear function f of 0 equals to 8 and f of 1 equals to 12. Which equation defines f? It's very simple again. Whenever we say when the x value is 0 and fx value is some number, it meaning that itself is representing y-intercept. We define linear function as y equals to f of x, which is equal to mx plus b, and b is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is the point when the value of x has 0. So when x is 0, according to this, f of 0 value is going to be 8. It's basically the value of b. So I got an equation here, mx plus 8. Whatever the option we're going to choose, y-intercept should be 8. Look at in which option we have y-intercept as 8, either A or D. Get rid of option B and option C here. Then we need to find out the slope as well. So how do we find out the slope? Slope is basically change in the y by x. So I can use the coordinate. Here they are saying x is 0, y is 8, x is 1, y is gonna be 12. So what will be the slope then? So m equal to, if I am considering it as x1, this as y1, this value becomes x2, y2. I am writing it directly, okay? So m is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which is same as m equals to y2 value is 12 minus y1 value is 8 divided by x2 is 1 minus x1 is going to be 0. 12 minus 8 is going to be 4 by 1, which is going to be 4. So finally your equation should be fx equal to 4x plus 8. So make sense with option D. So that is the right answer. Or you can also check when you are putting the value of x as 1, you should get answer as 12. You can also do it in either way as well, okay? Not necessary to create equation and solve. So when x is 0, I am getting answer as 8. So for sure A or D. When x is 1, you should get answer as 12. So when you put x as 1 here, 12 times 1 is 12 plus 8, which is giving me 20, which is wrong. So then definitely D is the answer. As I say, there are multiple ways to solve, which how comfortable you guys are, you can solve it.